Wildcat fans, welcome back into Big Oldies Radio. I'm Jacob Kitchen, sitting alongside Barry Miller. We're here coming to you tonight from the campus of Fayetteville High School in Fayetteville, Tennessee, where playoff football begins tonight. And I tell you what, Barry, tonight the Cats on the road against a pretty tough opponent. We were talking about it a little bit before we got on the air. It's hard to handicap this one.
Yeah, it is. It's kind of a coin flip, just glad to be among the people tonight with the setup we got over here. Just going to let everybody know they've put us in the stands, so it might be tough to hear us at times with our crowd cheering. And
hopefully they got a lot to cheer about.
That's right. But, we are among the people tonight.
We are definitely among the people. Got a couple of seniors sitting right here in front of us, about 2 rows down, and folks all around us. But, hey, we're here, and it's playoff season, Barry. We're ready for playoff football.
It is. And I'll talk to Coach Willis before the game, but I'm going to bring up, it was fun last week.
Yeah.
Just put a whipping on Collinwood, but as a coach, can't enjoy that long because now records don't matter. It does not matter how many games you've won or how many you've lost. Everybody is 0-0.
And the pressure gets really difficult when you get to that point where, hey, it's literally win or your season is done, and that's what happens when you get to playoffs. You know.
Yeah, you get in football, and it's win or go home. So we'll see tonight.
Yeah. So the crowd standing around us right now for the playing of the national anthem. Disrespectful, and we definitely don't want to be disrespectful. As we honor our nation, but now it's getting down to time to play a little football. And Barry, I know you had a chance to talk to Coach Lance a little bit before the game. What are our keys to victory tonight?
Yeah, I love going on that field before the game, just talking to the guys. Guys are relaxed, coaches are relaxed. But Coach Lance, tonight we're going to see a good running back. So his first key to victory tonight is fundamental tackling, tackle low.
Mm-hmm.
He's one of these running backs, you got to hit him low if you're going to get him down. Number 2, no mental errors. If they beat you, make them beat you. Don't give it to them. And then the third one, play like it's the playoffs. Nothing like it in the world. Football is great because it's one night a week, which you can build up the excitement and anticipation. And it is win or go home, so it's time to bring it.
And of course, we're a little off kilter tonight, as we did have to move the game up from Friday to Thursday in anticipation of some weather coming in tomorrow. So, it's going to throw everybody out of their rhythm a little bit. But that's true, I think, of both teams. And you talked about this running back we're going to see tonight. Y'all are going to hear us call the name Zion Najee quite a bit this evening for Fayetteville, because when you take a look at their stats for the season and you look at some of their game film, they really are kind of a one-man offense. So beat him, you got a good chance of beating him. The problem is, you got a running back that's 6'2", 205, and that's going to be a lot easier said than done.
Yeah, Beckett and I were walking over there to the concession stand earlier, kind of just walking around the field, and he looked over at him and said, man, that's a grown man. And he is. That is a grown man. So he's going to be difficult to bring down tonight. But, like we said earlier, talking before we went on air, man, stack the box, make them beat you somewhere else. Don't let that one guy beat you.
And that's what I was going to say too, Barry. I agree with that wholeheartedly, because when you look at their offensive stats for the year, they're averaging about 190 yards a game. Well, Najee is averaging 158 of those yards, right? So when you stop and look at it from that perspective and say, hey, they've scored about 20 touchdowns over the course of the season. He's got 17 of them. They're averaging 190 yards. He's averaging about 160 of them. So if you get the box stacked and you tell them, hey, somebody else besides number 2 is going to have to beat us tonight.
Yeah, and don't be surprised, because that's our style of football, is control the clock. Both teams are going to try to control the clock tonight. Mm-hmm. Now, I might be wrong and somebody go deep right off the right off the first play, but if it's the way I think it's going to go down, you're going to see some quick quarters because clock control is going to be the game plan for both teams.
Absolutely. And we're going to be excited to bring you all the action. So you stick right here with us as we're going to bring you this entire game from start to finish here for playoff football in Fayetteville. You're listening to Wildcat Football on Big Oldies. Well, welcome back into Big Oldies Big Oldies Radio for Wildcat football. Wildcat fans, we're glad to have you with us tonight. We got about 8.5 minutes before kickoff of this game this evening. We're coming to you from Fayetteville High School, where tonight your Wayne County Wildcats, 4-6 on the season, good enough for third place in Region 6, are on the road to open up the playoffs against Fayetteville High School. The Fayetteville High School Tigers, who finished 4-5 on the season, second place in Region 5. So by virtue of the higher seed, they get to be the host team this evening. And as we talked about here just a few minutes ago in the pregame, it's going to be a tough fought football game. At least that's what we anticipate tonight. You got two teams that really enjoy running the football. We, of course, on the Wildcat side know that we've got a 1,000-yard rusher this season in young Avery Vaughn, sophomore, who's been a bright spot for this team. With his performance last week against Collinwood, he eclipsed the 1,000-yard mark for the season. Tonight, we're going to be going up against a tough running back as well, a young man named Zion Najee, who wears number 2 for Fayetteville. He is the catalyst of their offense. Everything kind of runs through him. And so 6'2", 205, he's a big, strong running back, and he's got some good speed in the open field. So it's going to be a challenge tonight for our team defensively, as the Cats are going to be looking to try to shut him down, thinking that, hey, if we can stop him, we got a good chance of winning this football game tonight and advancing to round 2 of the playoffs. A little unusual for us to be out here on a Thursday evening, but with the threat of weather coming in tomorrow night, a lot of the games that were slated for Friday night have been moved to Thursday night this week to go ahead and get those games played under better weather environment conditions than what we anticipate with rain and threats of weather coming in tomorrow evening. So we're ready for some playoff football here. We've got about 6.5 minutes to go before the kickoff. Barry is going to be on the sideline. He's waiting for Coach Willis to come out for the pregame interview. We'll be bringing you that, and we'll be bringing you all the action. You stay right here with us on Big Oldies, and we're going to have this entire game for you tonight. You're listening to Wildcat Football on Big Oldies Radio. 931-722-3031. Barry Miller's on the sideline with Coach Willis. We're going to throw it down to him right now.
Big game last week. Allenwood played really good, but you coaches don't get to think.
We're having a little equipment malfunction.
It's a new season. That's what we've told our kids all week. You're into a new season. You're into the postseason. You're into what everybody works for all years, getting to this point. So our kids are fired up, ready to go, and everybody's even right now.
Yeah, moved the game up to tonight. Got a good running back you're facing tonight. What was Cats got to do to get a win?
It is. We got to do a good job in their run game. They do have a good running back. We got to be disciplined, work on tackling low, keep him bottled up a little bit. Try to make them throw the ball. And, they may end up wearing us out throwing the football, but we're going to try to take the run game away from them first.
All right, good luck, Coach. Thanks.
Pre-game interview with the coach has been brought to you by Barnett Insurance at 102 Public Square West in Waynesboro. Call Vic Barnett or Tony Bowling at 931-722-3031. And we're coming to you tonight from Fayetteville High School. The Cats on the road against the Fayetteville High School for round one of the playoffs. Captains on the field right now for the coin toss. Captains for the Cats tonight were 14, Case Butler. Number 71, that's Hayden Homer. Number 9 is Roby Brown. Number 27, Dalen Van Fleet. So, we just heard it from Coach Willis right there. The keys tonight, we got to take away this run game and make them try to throw the football. If they can beat us throwing the football, then congratulations, you beat us throwing the football. But we've got to do what we can do to stay low and get this big running back on the ground to try to take away that run game and not let them beat us in that aspect. So, Barry, I think Coach Willis said it all. We got to keep this running back bottled up and try to make them beat us other ways.
Yeah, you got to. Boy, not as bad of a walk over here in the bleachers like you usually have.
Well, but, when they got us over here among the people.
That's right. But you're exactly right. I mean, like you said, if they throw it for 400 yards, you just tip your cap to them. Mm-hmm. Take away their main weapon and see what happens.
So Fayetteville is going to win the coin toss. They're going to elect to receive the opening kickoff. So the Cats are going to be on defense to begin the game. Cats going to be going right to left on your radio dial, wearing their road uniforms, white jerseys, white pants, black helmets with the gold Cats inscribed on the side. Fayetteville, a slightly different look tonight. They're kind of wearing the Civil War look with the all gray unis, gray tops, gray jerseys, dark helmets with the orange stripe and accents. So here we go.
And John can probably take the camera and pan the crowd. We got a bigger crowd than they have.
It looks that way. I think we've got more people over here than they do.
You're talking about an hour-and-a-half drive right here, but the Wildcat Faithful, they show up.
Yeah.
You could be playing all the way up in, Canada, and the Wildcat Faithful will be there. So it's playoff football, man. I'm excited about it. And I know these guys are too. Let's play some football.
Yeah, it's all the pregame stuff. You kind of have to go through it. It's that week in, week out routine. You got to get out there and warm up. You got to go through your pregame activities. You got to do. But honestly, you get to a certain point in time where it's like, I'm just ready to get out there and hit somebody.
Yeah, it's kind of like the beginning of the year where you're going through all those practices, and then you get to the week of the first game, and you just hate practice because you're so ready to play.
Yeah.
And I'm sure that's the way it was. The good thing is you moved it up a day.
You did.
That's I think that plays in our favor actually. When you're kind of the underdog, which we are having to come up here, usually when you shake things up a little bit, it messes with the team. That is predicted to win, as you would say.
Yeah. Cats on the field to kick the ball away. Daniel Pike handling kicking duties for the Cats with Casey Hunt sidelined with an injury. Got a chance to talk to Casey a little bit before the game. That breaks my heart. My heart goes out to the kid. I had to miss a couple of games at the end of my senior year too, and I can only imagine what he's going through, having to watch his teammates in uniform, and he's down there on a scooter.
Yeah, down there on a scooter. Just I know he's upset. Thank goodness though it wasn't anything serious like we thought at the beginning with a back injury. But prayers go out to him for speedy recovery. And it's time, man.
It's time. Daniel Pike has the ball on the tee. Najee back deep to receive. The kick is going to bounce short, and it's going to be fielded at about the 25-yard line. They've got a wedge over that left side, and nice open field tackle there. Number 17, making a tackle on special teams, and I tell you what, it's a good thing he did because if he didn't make that tackle, I believe that's a house call.
Yeah, Floyd doesn't make that tackle. You're looking at a touchdown right there. Boy, he played really good last week. Made
yes,
some
he did.
Great plays last week, some big hits. So looking to add some more of that tonight from him.
I tell you what, if you're as Wildcat fans, you got to take a look and say, hey, we've got a lot of youth on this team right now, and that bodes well for the next couple of seasons. Two receivers out to the right. First handoff right up the middle to Najee. And Najee gets to the second level. He's going to get brought down at about the 44-yard line as Jacob Floyd comes up once again to make the tackle, but he's going to pick up about 15.
Pick about 15, but he's getting up limping a little bit. Big guys hate getting hit low.
Yes,
and
they do.
If you will continue to hit him low around his knee area, he's not going to like that.
No. So number 2 is Zion Najee. He is the trigger man of their offense. They line up in a pistol formation. Receivers flip wide to either side of the field. Now they're going to bring a man in motion, and they're going to fake the handoff, and now they're going to swing the ball out to the motion man over the right-hand side. The pass is complete, and he brings it back up the middle of the field, gets it down to about the 20, inside the 20, down to about the 16-yard line. Big play.
Big play, and fans are screaming for a hold there, but as long as you've got your hands inside his shoulders, on the front of his shoulder pads, you're allowed to grab a little bit right there.
Yeah, they had position, but the hold call has been called there.
Oh, wow,
now. So they did assess the holding penalty. So this one's coming back. I didn't see the flag on the field, but again tonight, Barry, we remind everybody we're not sitting up in the press box as high as we normally are. So
right, yeah, we'll apologize if we messed something up.
Yeah, we're going to do the best we can. They're going to move the ball back to the 35-yard line, make it about the 36-yard line. It's still going to be first down, but it's only going to be about 1st and 3 as they're backing it up 10 yards from the spot of the foul. So 1st and 3 for the Tigers. Tigers come out 2 receivers split wide right, 1 out to the left. New running back in the backfield. He takes the handoff this time. This time it's going to go to number 13. That's Romeo Wooten carrying the ball for the Tigers, and he gets more than enough for the first down.
Yeah, and you saw the big run with the big man right there off the first play of the game, and since then they've kind of showed you a couple of different things.
Yes.
And I expect to see more of that, especially if we're creeping up in that box there.
Yeah, I mean your defense is going to kind of dictate what they're going to do a little bit, and when you're putting those guys, and we got 8 guys stacked in the box right now. As Najee is to the left of the quarterback, he takes the handoff over the right-hand side, and he gets down to about the 15-yard line where he's brought down after about a 4-yard gain.
Yeah, and you got to think if he spent 80% of their offense all year long, that's a ton of hits.
That's a lot.
That body's taken.
Yeah.
And I'm sure they're going to try to spread it out as much as they can.
2nd and 5. Now the pistol formation with the running back. Now the fake to the running back, and they pitch it out wide to the receiver, who's just going to walk into the end zone virtually untouched. That's Quajane Black on the reception, and he takes it in for 15 yards out for a touchdown early.
Well, and it shows you the advantage of having a great running back. I mean, you've got to play the run there, so you're leaving one-on-one on the edges and on the outside. And if you could get a good block on the outside, there's nobody there to stop it.
Yeah, absolutely. Now the Tigers going to line up for the extra point.
Yeah, besides the holding penalty, they were flawless throwing and running the ball.
They were. Edmondson to hold and Eastlick to attempt the extra point. Snap is away. There it goes. The hold is good. The kick is up. And the kick is good. So 10-10 to go here in the first quarter. They scored quick, man. Less than 2 minutes off the clock, and they moved it down the field and put it in the end zone.
Well, I will admit I was wrong. I was thinking ball control, but, man, Fayetteville came right out and just pushed it down, marched it down there, throwing it, like I said, throwing it and running the ball. So.
Well, and I'll tell you one other thing that you notice there, not one time in that drive did they ever huddle.
Yeah.
They're running a no-huddle offense. They're going to try to run, at least what they're showing us early, is they're going to try to run pace. Try to wear out when you got a running back that's big and physical and you know that the defense is going to stack the box, how do you overcome that? Wear them out. Get them tired. Because if you can get the defense tired, then they're not going to want to put the hits on him.
Right, and even Coach Willis, their head coach has been making phone calls all week to opponents.
Oh, yeah.
Trying to figure out, the advantage here and there. So
now a new look for the Cats on special teams as Avery Vaughn and Roby Brown are back deep to receive the kickoff. Usually we see Daniel Pike and Van Fleet back there. Vaughn fields the kick at the 15-yard line. He's got a blocker, and he's going right up the middle. He spins and comes all the way down to the 40-yard line, about a 25-yard return there for Vaughn on the kickoff return.
Yeah, good kickoff return right there. And, we've talked all year about Vaughn being a sophomore, but I can remember back when I was playing, the coach always said when playoffs get here, if you're a sophomore, you're basically a junior.
You are,
So,
yeah.
So here we go. Hopefully we get a big night from him.
We need a big night from him. But it looks like he's going to come off the field here for this first snap of the series as the Cats show four wides out to the right-hand side, one wide out to the left. So 4 receivers on the field. Snap taken by, excuse me, I just went completely blank here for some reason. Case Butler takes the snap, and he looks downfield, doesn't have anybody, but he scrambles for about a 3-yard gain.
Well, I think you were like me. I was caught going, huh. I mean, we start the game with nobody in the backfield. That's unusual for us right there. And as Case was kind of looking over here to the left side and did just nothing mounted, and good job of him not holding the ball, taking off and running with it, getting what he can.
Yeah, he had Pike one-on-one on the left-hand side, but they covered it up pretty quickly. Now a more conventional look for the Cats. Tight formation to the right, Vaughn in the backfield on Butler's left hip, and now the Cats are going to flip the formation and bring everybody over to the left-hand side. Vaughn slips over to the right. Now Vaughn takes the handoff, sweeping left. He's going to get hit, and he's going to cut back inside. He gets it down close to the 50. He's going to be just shy of the first down, but a nice 5-yard, 6-yard run on that run there.
Nice run right there, especially getting contact there at the line of scrimmage. Almost a big hit on him right there, but, man, I don't know how he does it. It just seems like he sheds off these big hits and kind of just slips and slides by him and spun his way out of that one, picked up a big gain there. 3rd and 2?
3rd and 2. Not a great spot for the Cats. They're going to mark it back at the Cats' 49-yard line. They need the 49 of Fayetteville to get the first down. So Cats coming to the line of scrimmage. Van Fleet split wide to the left. Butler goes under center, and he's going to take the snap in the jumbo formation. He hands it to Vaughn on the dive play, and he's going to get hit right around the 50. And there it looks like that's where the line judge comes in. He's going to mark it right at midfield. He's going to be short.
He's going to be short by a yard. Boy, you got a big decision maker. I think you go for it, but, boy, it's a big decision right here at midfield.
Well, I mean, what do you,
I think you take your big quarterback here and you just push it. Yeah.
Sneak him, man.
Just push it.
If you can't get 1 yard, and you got a quarterback who's 6 foot tall and a pretty big kid. You put him under center and get that jumbo formation behind him. He's been pretty successful in that formation all season, and that's exactly what the Cats are showing right here. Receivers split wide to either side. Vaughn and Castleman behind Butler, and Butler with the quarterback sneak. He's got it all the way, no question. As he needed 1, he's going to get 2, maybe 2.5. So good execution there. Great job at the offensive line with a good push.
Yeah, good push right there. Good call. You got a big, strong quarterback. That's what you do. You say, hey, get this yard for us, my man, and that's what he did.
Yep.
Good job of Butler right there.
So great job by Butler. Good job by the interior line. They move it down to the 48-yard line and get the ball over into Fayetteville territory. So Cats are moving the ball now. Clock is winding down now. We're about 7.5 minutes to go here in the first quarter. Cats trail 7-0 as Fayetteville was able to go down and score on their first offensive possession. Now Vaughn on Butler's left hip. 2 receivers split wide to the right. Fake to Vaughn over the right-hand side. Butler pulls it, and he's going to get wrapped up right around the line of scrimmage by about 3 defenders brought to the ground.
Yeah, not a good sign when you see a bunch of white jersey offensive linemen just standing around looking in the backfield because everybody beat you. Butler didn't have nothing there. He handed that ball off. It's a 6-yard loss.
Correct.
Instead, he pulls it and only gets a 3-yard loss.
That was 100% lesser of the 2 evils, and they're moving it back to the line of scrimmage.
Oh, they gave it back to the line of scrimmage. Well, good.
So we get forward progress, takes us back to the line. So no gain, no loss. Going to bring up 2nd down and 10 for the Cats. Pike split out wide to the left. Looks like Van Fleet is on the other side of the formation tight. Butler in the shotgun with Vaughn on his left hip. Now we're going to get the flip of the formation again. Clock is winding down. We're going to get this off, and the play clock expires. So that's going to be a delay of game on the Cats.
Well, that's one of those mistakes you just got to be. You can't have that right there. We're not good behind the sticks.
No.
First down, you got nothing. So now you're looking at 2nd and 15.
Yep. So they're going to move the ball back to the 47-yard line, back into Cats territory. It's going to be 2nd down and 15. And once again, the play clock is now winding and running. So Cats need to get out of this huddle and need to operate with a little bit more urgency to get to the line. We do have so far functioning play clocks on both ends of the field. Cats flip to formation again. This time Vaughn goes to the right hip of Butler. Takes a snap. He drops back to throw. He's got good protection. Looking down the middle of the field in deep coverage. And he was trying to get the ball down to Peyton Griggs. Instead, pass intercepted and brought all the way back down to the 20-yard line. And then a flag comes in on the back end of the play as well.
Yeah, kind of just that ball was thrown into about quadruple coverage there. Just as soon as he threw it, I was like, uh-oh.
Yeah, Keeson
And,
Reese
I
just
think
jumped in there and picked up the ball, and I believe they're going to get a late hit on the Cats too.
that, or it might be a penalty for him hurdling. I know you can't hurdle in high school, and he sure did jump off the guy.
He did. He got up in the air pretty good.
So I don't know. We'll see.
Maybe, hopefully, he won't be on the basketball court when we're back here in 2 weeks. So now,
Yeah, it's.
well, they are signaling
Yeah.
against Fayetteville. We're seeing from where we are on the visitor side, we can't exactly see the positioning of the official as he's facing the other direction. So some of these calls, we're going to be kind of guessing a little bit. Either way it goes, they're backing him up to the 45-yard line. So about a 15-yard penalty for whatever it may have been. And it's going to be Tiger football 1st and 10 if they're on 45, or the Cat 45.
You could tell it wasn't a holding signal. I think it was a penalty for him because he hurdled the guy.
Could be.
I just don't think you can do that in high school.
4 receivers on the field for Fayetteville, running back to the left of the quarterback who takes a snap. He drives back. He's looking down the left-hand side of the field. He's got a receiver wide open over the top of the trailing defender, and he goes up and makes the catch. That's Jaden Thomas on the reception, and a big play there on 1st down, going to move it all the way down inside the 10-yard line.
Boy, and there again, drop back and throw it deep, surprising me. So probably surprising most of us, that's watched film on them.
Yeah.
Is, we were wondering if they could even really throw the ball tonight. Boy, they sure shown they can.
Well, we heard Coach Willis in the pregame, hey, if they can throw the ball and beat us, and that's what they're doing so far. 2 receivers split wide right now. A man in motion comes back to the left of the formation in the pistol. This time the handoff to Najee over the left-hand side. Nobody got a hand on him, Barry. He's going to march right into the end zone for about a 12-yard touchdown run. And with 5:06 to go here in the first quarter, it's a 2-score ball game.
Yeah, and you're correct. Nobody touched him. He kind of just planted his foot, cut it up, and that was 6.
So now the Tigers line up for the extra point. Try to extend this out to a 14-point lead. And Eastlick, the kicker for the Tigers, he was good on the first attempt. Play clock is winding down. They need to get it off. And there's the snap right at the clock. The kick is up, and the kick is down the middle and good. So 5:06 to go here in the first quarter, and your score now in Fayetteville 14, Wildcats 0.
And Fayetteville on offense is playing everything is great. Blocking's great.
Yeah.
Protection's great. Throws are great. Catching's great. I don't see a mistake besides the holding penalty.
Yeah.
And that
wasn't even really on the offense. It was. Okay.
Yeah, you're just thinking about that hurdle.
I was. Yeah.
Yeah, but I'm just talking about the 2 series. Really, that's the only mistake. They've played flawless.
And what we expected coming into this game, we expected to see a heavy dose of the run game, and so far, their big running back has only carried the ball 2 times.
Yeah, 2 times.
They're just slinging it.
And if you can save him, because like we talked about, people don't realize when you carry the ball 20+ times a game over a season.
Oh gosh, it
wears you out.
Now a low driving kick on the ground is going to be bounced and fielded by Roby Brown at about the 25. Brown cuts it up the right-hand side. He tries to get to the outside, and he's going to get drugged down by his shoulder pads just across the 25 down at about the 27-yard line.
Yeah, this time a little different, a little squib kick there, and Brown, got it and got what he could there. I think Cats, with the way the offense is looking for Fayetteville, Cats definitely need an answer right here.
Definitely, yeah. This is hard to say this early in the ball game, but this is going to be a pressure drive right here. We've got to go down and put some points on the board because if you get the ball back to Fayetteville at this point in time and they go up by 21, it's going to be a big hole to climb out of.
Yeah.
2 receivers tight to the formation to the left, 2 wide right. Vaughn on Butler's left hip in the backfield. And now we've got a timeout taken on the field.
I think Coach Willis didn't like something he saw. Guys were looking to the sideline.
Yeah.
So best thing you can do is call a timeout here.
A lot of confusion there for the Cats. So timeout taken by the Cats. It's going to be their first timeout of the half with 4:59 to go here in the first quarter. Again, Fayetteville leading by a score of 14-0. Looking forward to obviously, don't want to get too far ahead of ourselves here, but looking forward to halftime. We're going to have Nate Beavis coming up at halftime, a Wildcat basketball player, going to come up and talk with us a little bit. Like we said, we're going to be back here 2 weeks from tonight for basketball. And, beautiful gym over here, and it should be an exciting time for basketball season to get started.
Yeah, Nate D.O.G. will be up here. So, what a good kid he is.
looking forward to talking to him here at halftime. So hopefully you'll stick around with us during the halftime break and listen to that interview as well. And we're looking forward to bringing that to you. Right now, though, we're really looking forward to seeing the Cats offense put together a drive.
That's right.
And go down and put some points on this board. We've definitely got an answer right here. Two receivers split out wide to the left for the Cats. Butler in the shotgun with jumbo formation to the right. Vaughn now switches to his right hip as the formation flips to the left. And he takes the snap, hands the ball off to Vaughn. Vaughn's sweeping left. He's got blockers in front. Vaughn's got the edge. He's going to take it up the field. We've got a flag coming in the back end. Vaughn's going to go all the way. I don't believe anybody's going to chase him down. But, Barry, this one's coming back.
This one's coming back. There's a block in the back, I believe is the call there. There's kind of out of the corner of my eye, you see a defender go flying forward and falling down with a white jersey with his hands up.
Yeah. It's always a telltale sign. When you look back and see an offensive lineman who has his hands up in the air, that usually means that he did something he wasn't supposed to do.
Yeah, and it was a holding call. Wow.
Hey, look, holding, blocking the back. Either way it goes, that's a big penalty because that's going to move the ball back 10 yards, and it takes 6 points off the board. So what could have been there for a minute, a 65-yard touchdown run for Avery Vaughn, now they move the ball back to the 25, and it's going to be 1st and 20.
Yeah, and Vaughn's got that big playability when he gets loose, and he just showed you that there. Just, boy, a lot of running for nothing on that one.
Yeah. That's one of those that you hate for sure because, he expended a lot of energy getting down the field and nothing to show for it. Two receivers split out wide right, one to the left. Vaughn in the backfield next to Butler. He takes the handoff, this time sweeping right. He's going to go over the right tackle, and he's going to get stacked up and dropped for virtually no gain.
Yeah, I think he would get 2 on that play, maybe.
If even.
Boy, and the bad thing about the play before that is that hold was about 10 yards downfield almost.
It was, yeah.
Man.
So it was actually 1st and 13 there on that play. So after a 1-yard gain, it makes it 2nd down and 12. Ball spotted right around the 26-yard line. They need the 37 to get the first down. Cats with two receivers split out wide right. Butler takes a snap. He drops back. He's looking right. Now comes back to the left, and he throws another dart right to a defender, and that's going to be, who is that? Number 7. That's Jaden Thomas with a interception that he's going to take all the way back for a touchdown. That's not what you wanted.
No, and I don't know what happened on that play right there, but it seemed like over to his left he had a receiver there, but he chose to throw it across the middle, and I didn't see a white jersey there. That's unfortunate right there. That hurts.
Hey, I'm not sure. I'm with you, Barry. I'm not sure who Case was throwing that ball to. He threw it right to the defender, and now with the defensive touchdown on the board, it's we're an extra point away from a 21-0 ball game here. With just under 4 minutes to go here in the first quarter. Now we got a false start against Fayetteville. That's going to back them up 5 yards on the extra point, make it a little bit more difficult. But what we've seen from Eastlick on the first 2 kicks, I don't believe he's going to have a problem with 5 extra yards.
No, I think he'll knock us down. But hey, big shout out to Anthony Odell. He's listening in, and I hope my boy Cam's listening in, Cameron Odell. So. Hopefully they can bring us some luck right here and turn this around.
Hopefully all of Wayne County is listening to us and hasn't turned it off just yet at this point. We still got a lot of football to go here.
Yeah.
We talk a lot about the fact that the Cats' offense is not necessarily built to come from behind, and we know that, but, we've still got 3.5 quarters of football left to play here. This ball game is not over.
No, you still got 4 minutes to go in the first quarter.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
So,
we said the last series was a must answer. This has to be points.
Yeah.
Or you're fixing to be.
Well, and we had
situation.
And it looked like we were going to have points there. Avery got good, did a good job getting around the edge. If it wasn't for the hold there, really, which looked to me like the penalty came after he had already moved past the play. It was kind of an unnecessary block, but but hey, it is what it is. That 6 points comes off the board, and now the pick six going back the other direction. The concern that I have at this point in time now is for your quarterback. You've thrown 2 interceptions in the first quarter. One of them got taken back for a touchdown. Is he going to be gun shy the rest of the game? Because he's going to have to continue to throw the football.
Yeah, you can't depend on long time-consuming drives. It's one of those things where I think Case can shake that off right there and go out there and put that behind him.
Kick away is going to be fielded. Oh, bounces off, and Vaughn's lost the football. He's having a hard time finding it. He turns around, he finally gets his hands on it and picks it up as the ball just bounced off of his shoulder pads to the ground and got away from him. And now Fayetteville coming up with a little bit of jubilance. Do they have the ball? I don't see a signal.
Greenwood leads the Tiger tackle.
No, so the Cats are going to maintain possession, but it is going to be Cat football backed up deep in their own territory as they've got this ball marked down just at right around the 10-yard line.
Yeah, right around the 10. Boy, boy, things are starting to snowball a little bit here in the wrong direction.
When things are going good, they go really good. When things are going bad, they tend to go in bunches. 2 receivers split wide to the left, Vaughn to the left of Butler in the backfield. He takes the handoff, tries to drive up the middle, and he's going to get met by a host of Tiger defenders and brought down for a very, very short game.
Yeah, nothing there right there. We got about 2 yards.
Mm-hmm.
And there again, this offense is not built to score quickly and to play from, far behind. So we're at a big disadvantage right here. But the positive is first quarter's still going on.
Indeed.
That's the positive.
2nd down and 8 as they move the ball to the 12-yard line. Roby Brown checks into the game offensively for the Cats. I don't remember seeing Roby on a lot of offensive series during the course of the year, but he's out there at wide receiver now. 2 receivers split wide left, 1 in the slot tight. The handoff to Vaughn, sweeping left, and Vaughn's going to try to get the corner, and he's going to get hit and driven down right there on the sideline, but he's going to get enough to pick up the first down.
We'll get the first down there, and I tell you another thing that I see that I like. We got some one-on-one on this outside.
You do.
And, why not get Van Fleet, your playmaker, here, and just tell him to go and try to throw one up to him?
Well, and you take a look defensively, the Tigers are doing they're doing to us kind of what our defense is doing to them. They're stacking the box and saying, we're not going to let you beat us with 26.
Yeah, throw it.
And if you're going to beat us, you're going to have to throw the football. 2 receivers split out wide right, 1 to the left. Vaughn on the left hip of Butler in the backfield. Fakes Vaughn over the left-hand side. Butler's going to keep it himself and drive it up the middle. He's going to pick up about 5 yards there. Good blocking up front for the Cats.
Yeah, good blocking and good first down run right there. A gain like that can open up the playbook a little bit here where you can try to get the big hitter.
Yeah. So they're going to say you got 4 on that one. It's going to make it 2nd down and 6. Clock's going to be inside of 2 minutes at the next snap of the football as Butler brings his team to the line of scrimmage. He's got Pike going out left wide. He's got Van Fleet out wide right. Weston Todd in the slot. Vaughn to his left in the backfield. Butler in the shotgun, takes a snap. Now the option is he's going to pitch the ball over to Vaughn, and Vaughn's going to get around the edge. He's going to be very close to a first down.
I think he's going to be about a yard short.
Maybe a half yard short. He's going to pick up about 5 yards on that. So they're going to mark it down 3rd and 1. And critical down here for the Cats. They're still backed up in their own territory, back inside the 35-yard line. Actually marked the ball down about the 36.
Well, do you go quarterback sneak here again just to get the new fresh set of downs?
Correction, 31-yard line.
Shotgun.
Now shotgun formation, same formation as before, and the handoff to Vaughn. Vaughn powering up the middle.
I don't know.
And he's going to get met at the line of scrimmage, and he's driven back. I don't believe he got it.
I don't think he got a yard.
In fact, I think he lost a yard. Maybe lost about a half a yard or a yard there. So that's going to make up 4th down and 2 for the Cats back at their own 30-yard line. Now decision time for Coach Willis. Do you punt the ball away or do you go for it?
I think he looks at it as he's got to go for this here.
I'm with you. Defensively, you haven't stopped their offense yet. We need points, and if you don't get it, you're going to give up a short field. But we need some momentum here. Butler's going to go under center with the jumbo formation behind him. He's going to go over the right-hand side this time as he sneaks ahead, and he's going to pick up about 3 yards, gets it down to the 35-yard line. That's going to move to 6.
Boy, good read right there by Butler, too. Is everybody expecting the tush push up the middle, and he just went around him right there. Good good job of seeing the field right there and making a quick decision.
And I believe that's going to take us to the end of the first quarter as the clock is winding down inside of 10 seconds to go. Cats in the huddle looking to the sideline. I don't believe they're even going to attempt to call a play right here. That's going to take us to the end of the first quarter. So at the end of one, your score, Fayetteville 21, Wildcats 0. Stay right here with us. We'll be back with second quarter action. You're listening to Wildcat Football on Big Oldies. Well, Wildcat football fans, welcome back into Big Oldies Radio. Your score at the start of the second quarter, Wayne County trails the Fayetteville Tigers by 21-0. Two offensive drives for Fayetteville and a pick six puts 21 points on the board.
Oh,
and now we're going to get a flag right out of the gate. I think we're going to get an illegal motion here. As the Cats lined up offensively, and then Butler's shifting the formation. He's bringing the receivers to the opposite side of the formation. Maybe one of the offensive linemen pulled up a little bit.
I don't know if maybe a guy kind of made a movement. You know, I don't know there. Of course, we can't see what's going on the other side.
We can't. I'm not sure how I feel about all this pre-snap motion we're doing. Now the handoff, this time some sweeping underneath to Van Fleet. As Van Fleet was lined up in the slot, he comes underneath. He's going to get a big run, and now he's going to get hit, driven out of bounds. He was grabbed from behind by the jersey, and then we got helmet contact, but no flag.
No flag, and I like getting the ball to Van Fleet. Boy, he went the whole quarter without touching it.
Yeah.
And I know you're trying to throw the ball and get it to him, but when the pass game's not going so well, that's the next best thing right there. Just get him the ball.
Yeah, and about a 19, 20-yard run there on first down for the Cats. Moves the ball across midfield down to the 46-yard line. Big play there for the Cats. Now Daniel Pike split wide to the right, Van Fleet wide left with Todd in the slot. Butler in the shotgun. He takes the snap, and here's that option once again. And the late pitch there to Vaughn. Vaughn cuts up, and he's going to cut up the middle. He's got one guy to beat, and he gets shrugged down from behind as he's going to carry the ball all the way down to about the 6-yard line. What a big run there on first down.
Yeah, big run by Van Fleet, and then followed it up with Vaughn with a big run. And now you're knocking on the door of the end zone right here. You're right around the 10-yard line.
Are they marking him? I thought he got down to about the 6, but
they're showing it at the 10.
At the 10. They're marking him at the 10. So it is going to be first and goal at the 10-yard line. Cats need to get into the end zone here. They cannot get a first down without scoring. Moore in the backfield next to Butler. The fake to Moore, and Butler's going to keep it himself, and he gets hit and dropped immediately. That was kind of a doggone if you do and doggone if you don't.
Yeah, there again, he didn't have much of a choice right there. You hand it off, you're going to lose 5 or 6. You keep it, you're going to lose about 2 or 3. So
yeah. And he lost one. So they move him back to the 11-yard line. So it's going to be second down and goal from the 11-yard line. Clock now running inside of 10:50 to go here in the first half. Cats still trailing 21-0, but now with an opportunity to score, and we need to capitalize on this, Barry.
Yeah, no opportunity. This is must score here.
Butler brings his team to the line of scrimmage. He's got 2 receivers to the right-hand side of the formation, Moore in front of him with Vaughn to his left. He hands the ball to Vaughn. Vaughn on the reverse loses the handle as he was trying to get the ball to Van Fleet. Van Fleet was able to get the ball back, but then he's dropped back at about the 19-yard line. That's going to be a big loss on that play.
Boy, and there was touchdown written all over that as they had everybody going to the opposite side there. They had them fooled, and you had Butler out in front fixing the block.
Mm-hmm. It was well drawn up, very well designed, just poorly executed.
Yeah, the handoff there just looked bad from the get-go on the reverse handoff, and, boy, that kills you.
Well, and that's not that we didn't see that play at all this season until last week in Collingwood. So you got two guys who aren't used to running that play trying to run it live, and it can be quick on you. Now Butler drops, he rolls right, he ducks underneath the pressure. Now he's just going to try to scramble and get what he can. He's got a couple of blockers out in front, and he's going to pick and the ball comes loose as he gets hit right about the 10-yard line. And Fayetteville has a defender that jumps on the top of it. It looks like it is going to be Fayetteville football, although I tell you what, I thought he was down, but
it was close. It was close. Well, I thought he was going to throw it up to Van Fleet, who had one-on-one over here.
And that's where he wanted to go.
And kind of got just a little pressured there and just trying to make something happen. And well, just like I said, when something bad happens, it kind of just piles up.
Yeah, pressure right in his face. But he did. He had Van Fleet one-on-one, and I believe that's where he wanted to go with the football. But it's hard to throw the ball down the field when you've got a defensive lineman right in your face. 9:28 to go here now with that turnover. Fayetteville is going to take over 1st and 10 at their own 10-yard line, and they don't even have the offense on the field yet. They're going to take a timeout as the play clock winds down. Now they're going to take their first timeout of the half. So 9:28 to go here in the first half. Cats still down 21-0, and you talk about missing an opportunity right there.
Well, that's the backbreaker right there, and you hate to say that so early in the game, but with the way this offense for Fayetteville's doing, man, that just killed you. And what little bit of momentum you were starting to take, you just lost every bit of that.
Yeah, turnovers will kill you, and you see it. It's the one thing that you preach over and over again in football is that you've got to protect the ball. You can't give the ball away and expect to win football games. And so 3 turnovers here in the first half had the Cats way behind in that category. Of course, no takeaways yet. Now, if our defense is able to manufacture a turnover here, we might be able to do something with it.
Right.
Cats bring the defense back out on the field. Fayetteville's lined up with receivers split wide to either side of the field. Najee to the left of the quarterback, Bennett, who's in the shotgun formation. Cats have stopped the back stacked up, and they've got one-on-one on the outside. They hand the ball off to Najee, who cuts it up the middle, and he's going to get brought down by Case Butler, but he's going to pick up about 7 yards on that first down run.
Yeah, and it just shows you try to tackle him up high, he's going to bounce you.
Yeah.
He's going to run over you and keep going. That's what he did right there.
And that's exactly what you saw. We had a couple of guys that had a chance at him, but they hit him high, and he just shucked them off like they weren't even there.
Yeah, I mean, you're talking about a 200-pound running back that can fly.
Yeah. Clock's going to be inside of 9 minutes to go here in the first half of the next snap. Bennett's got the pistol formation. He brings a man in motion across the formation. He fakes the ball to Najee, swings it out to Harris, who's going to get around the outside. Now he's going to cut it back up toward the middle. Now he's going to sweep back around outside, and he's going to get brought down after a completion to Thomas. He's going to bring the ball down to about the 25-yard line. It's going to move the sticks. It's going to be 1st and 10.
Boy, and if you get a replay on that right there, boy, Brown was held bad.
Yes, he was.
And that was bad. He was holding him on both sides of his shoulder right there.
No flag.
No flag at all. And the play's right in front of him.
Yeah. And this is playoff football, so we've got an extra man on the field. So you got a crew person out there. Now a little shuffle pass underneath as the ball gets pitched to the receiver coming underneath. He gets driven out of bounds. After about a 12-yard gain, that play went to Jericho Wilson on the shovel pass underneath.
Well, you got one 200-pound running back, and he's about 220. That's a big kid right there.
Yeah.
And we're not talking about just a big kid. We're talking about a well-built kid.
Yes.
Man.
Yeah, and he's playing wide receiver, and you're trying to tackle a refrigerator out there.
Yeah.
Now 3 receivers on the field. Bennett's in the shotgun with Najee on his right hip. He's barking out signals, takes the snap, fakes the handoff, and throws it back to Taylor again, this time over the right-hand side. He's got a block on the outside, and he's going to get loose and go out of bounds just as he crosses midfield. So about 12 or 13 on that pitch and catch.
We're finally going to get the hold call, I believe, Jacob.
Forgive me. Okay, now I see the flag on the other side of the field. Yeah, the holding play was definitely there. So they spot the foul at around the 45-yard line. That's going to back them up 10 yards back to about the 35. So it's going to be 1st and 13. But, you look at that. I mean, they're getting the holding penalty on them now, but the holding penalty is happening 7 yards downfield.
Yeah.
Golly.
Well, they're doing a great job on the edge out here on the outside blocking. and basically taking our corners and blocking them 10, 15 yards downfield.
Mm-hmm. 3 receivers split wide left. This time the handoff to the running back, who's going to blast it right up the middle, and he is going to run all the way to the house. No chance, as Najee is going to take the ball right up the middle, and he's going to go 65 yards for the Tiger touchdown.
Yeah, the first touchdown he got, he was untouched at about the 6-yard line. This time he's untouched for 66 yards. And Floyd can fly.
Yeah, yes, he's a fast kid, and he left him in his dust.
Yeah, and he left him.
Yeah, he left him a vapor. So now with 7:35 to go here in the second quarter, Tigers have an extra point attempt to go up by 28. And Barry, I'm kind of like you. I don't like to say the word backbreaker this early in the ball game, but that one hurts.
Yeah.
Kick is up and it's good. So 7:35 to go in the first quarter. It's first half. It's 28-0. Cats now with a big hole to try to climb out of, and we've said it once, we've said it a million times. This team is not really built to come from behind.
No, it's. I mean, I don't have the words. I mean, it's. And I've coached, sports. And, I just wonder what Coach Willis is saying to the guys right now. Is, I mean, you kind of know what's happening, and you kind of know what's coming. Mm-hmm. So, I guess if you're a player right here, you look at it as, hey, I'm gonna leave it all on the field, and just, I'll have to live with what happens.
Well, and you hope that these players leaving it all on the field.
But I don't know what you say, because that, and you hate to say that midway through the second quarter, but man, that it could very well be the backbreaker there.
Yeah. Brown and Vaughn back deep to receive the kickoff for the Cats. Eastlet to kick the ball away. He kicks the ball spinning high down to about the 15-yard line where it's fielded by Vaughn. Vaughn cuts it back there on the outside. Now he's going to try to bring it back up the middle. He's going to get it back down to about the 40-yard line. So a nice little 25-yard return. Going to put the Cats in decent position. 1st and 10 at about the 39-yard line.
Yeah, good kick return right there. Got good field position to start this drive. Now, you can't think about the score here.
Run your offense.
You just got to do what you do right here and see if we can go down and get a score.
Yeah, we need to get Vaughn going here, and I'm kind of like you, Barry. I think we need to find a way to get the ball into Van Fleet's hands and let him do what he does. 2 receivers to the outside. This time the handoff going to Vaughn, sweeping left, and he's going to get hit in the backfield. He breaks it. He breaks the tackle, and he's going to get across the 40-yard line. So what looked like it was going to be about a yard loss turns into about a 3-yard gain.
Yeah, and he had gray jerseys all over him on the handoff there. So there wasn't nothing going on that play. You might have to put it in the air here pretty soon.
Well, but it's hard to put it in the air too. Right now Fayetteville is winning the game at the line of scrimmage.
Oh yeah, definitely. Both sides bad.
Yeah, I mean they're controlling the line of scrimmage on both sides of the field. So, you got to establish the line if you're going to be able to do anything, running or passing. Butler in the shotgun takes the snap. Now we're going to say that option again, going to the left-hand side. The pitch out to Vaughn late. He's going to get maybe a yard or 2 on that play. Not a lot there.
Not a lot there. If you don't make this, if you don't get the first down and you don't get it to a yard, I think you got to punt.
Well, you're backed up. You're backed up inside your own 40, and you need to get the ball down to the 49-yard line. You're inside the 45. You got to get down to the 49 to get the first down. So now the Cats shift into formation, tight formation on the right-hand side as the handoff goes to Vaughn over the left. Vaughn is sweeping to the outside. He's going to try to get the edge. And he's fighting, and the ball comes loose on the other side of the field. And I believe Fayetteville has it.
Well, when it rains, it pours. And I'm going to tell you what.
It's pouring.
This is as bad as I've seen it.
Yeah. I mean, gosh, Barry, what do you say at this point? I mean, it's just, I don't even know.
What's as bad as you could play, and they've played about as good as they could play.
Yeah.
And that's why you got such a huge discrepancy on the scoreboard right now.
Yeah. And we've seen that they can score quickly. They don't need a lot of time. Right. So
And they're wanting to put one in right here to get the running clock going second half.
Absolutely. 2 receivers split out wide to the left, 2 to the right, running back on the left hip of the quarterback. And now the timeout taken as the play clock was winding down. So the Tigers going to take another timeout here to avoid the false start penalty, or the delay game, rather. Yeah. 5:56 to go, 28-0 your score. And Fayetteville fresh off of a turnover. They've turned the Cats over now 4 times tonight.
Yeah, 2 picks. 1 pick goes for touchdown. 2 fumbles when you're starting to drive and move the ball. 1 fumble happened in the red zone.
Yep.
So, I mean, it's 3 fumbles. It's 3 fumbles. We fumbled on the reverse, too. Now we got it back, though.
We fumbled that one, but we got that one back.
Yeah, but you have 4 total turnovers, but 3 total fumbles and 2 interceptions. It's about as bad as you could play right there on offense. Good news is Nate Beavis will be joining in.
Basketball season is right around the corner, my friend.
Yeah, Nate Beavis will be joining us at halftime, so you won't want to miss that.
Absolutely. Cats defense comes out now, and Fayetteville once again with 2 receivers split wide to either side of the field. Quarterback Bennett has Najee to his left in the backfield. Now he's going to bring Taylor in motion. He fakes it to Najee. He drops back. He's looking down the field.
Wow.
And a nice spiral thrown. And look at that break by Robbie Brown as the receiver was there. He had his receiver, that's Quishon Black, streaking down the middle of the field. And Robbie Brown just broke in there and broke it up at the very last minute.
What a ball. I mean, he threw that ball accurate, about the best place you could put it. And Brown, like you said, I thought he was beat.
Oh, yeah.
And at the last second just leaped and made a play on it right there. Good play by him.
Yeah,
Stayed the touchdown.
Roby Brown he's been one of those guys that has played with a lot of heart this season, and he's not quitting. 3 receivers split wide left. Now the man in motion with the little pitch underneath to the motion man, and he's going to get hit in the backfield and dropped for about a 6-yard loss there. Nice job by the Cats diagnosing and getting back there to keep that one from getting away from him.
Yeah, and you tip your cap to Mason Moore right there. Mason Moore's the one that got a hold of the running back there and wouldn't let him go and allowed the other Cats to come help him make that tackle. Big play right there for a loss.
So it's going to be 3rd down and 17 as the Tigers get moved back into their own territory at the 45. They need the 37-yard line to get a first down on the other side of the field. Man in motion. Now he's going to motion back around behind the quarterback, and we're going to get a flag thrown. I believe that's going to be an illegal procedure with an illegal motion as the man cut up field before the snap.
Yeah, going to back him up 5 more.
So back him up 5 more yards, makes it 3rd and 17, becomes 3rd and 22. And now you start to get a little something going the Cats' way.
And stranger things have happened. I mean, this could totally flip into, a 180 here and everything start going our way and everything start going against Fayetteville. Now, you just never know. Sports are funny like that.
I seem to remember back in the 80s watching Doug Williams and the Redskins in the Super Bowl scoring 35 points in a quarter. Screen pass underneath, this time to Najee right up the middle of the field. He's got just pushed a cat to the ground with nothing at all. He's cutting to the outside. Wow. Now he's going to weave across back in, and he's going to take it all the way to the house. 60-yard pitching catch on a screen pass underneath, and not to hurt anybody's feelings, but I tell you what, if I am his mom and dad, I'm putting that one on the highlight reel.
Yeah, I was just about to say you're going to see that on the highlight reel, and I hate it was against us. 3rd and 22, run a little screen pass to him. I mean, he stiff-armed Roby Brown to the turf and then made a couple more moves. That's going to be on the highlight reel right there.
I'm showing that to every college coach at every place that I even want to think about going to, and putting that out there for anybody to watch. So 60 yards on the pitch and catch makes it 34-0, and now the extra point is up, and it is good. So 4:21 to go here in the first half of action, and your score now, Fayetteville 35, Cats still at 0. Cats have got to do something here to try to get some points on this board. I mean, I think right now that if you're on the sideline and you're on the team and you're watching what's going on, you're sitting there looking and going, we hadn't even put points on the board.
No,
and you got to do something to try to at least get that 0 off the scoreboard.
Well, there's 2 things you got to do. You got to try to score, but at the same time, this drive has to last almost the entire quarter.
We cannot give the ball back
No,
to Fayetteville unless it's coming off of a score.
Yeah, because the way it's going for Fayetteville right now, they don't need but about a minute to score.
No,
And that's
yeah,
with penalties and everything else going against them.
third down and 22.
Yeah.
I mean, need we say more, right? I mean, you had them backed up, and even that scoring drive right there, less than 2 minutes.
Oh, wow. They're going
Now
for the dagger.
Now a little pooch kick is they're going to kick it short, and it's going to be fielded by the Cats, brought the ball back up to about the 46-yard line.
Good play by Van Fleet coming up and getting that.
Yeah.
They were going for the jugular there.
Put that one in your hip pocket right there.
Yeah.
If you're the Cats, use that one for some motivation. You're going to try to squib an onside kick and get the ball back up five scores. I mean, come on, that's a little bush league.
Yeah. And they were going for the jugular right there.
So 4:16 to go here in the first half. Cats desperately need some points. Van Fleet and Pike lined up to the left, Brown and Griggs to the right. Now the quarterback going to shift to formation as he's going to bring Trips to the right, Van Fleet to the left. Now Van Fleet on the sweep underneath. He's going to take the handoff, and he's going to get hemmed in just behind the line of scrimmage for about a 2-yard loss.
Yeah, and you got fans up here screaming, go. There's
nowhere
for
to
him
go.
to go.
He didn't have anywhere to go, yeah.
And when you got gray jerseys stringing you out all the way to the sideline, there's nowhere to go. I mean, I feel bad for these guys running the ball. Is it's always on them, good or bad. Mm-hmm. But, I mean, there's no penetration from the offensive line, and they're just getting handled right now.
They are. So Van Fleet comes to the sideline. He's going to check out of the game here as Griggs checks back in for the Cats along with Harris. Now Griggs splits out wide left, Pike wide right. Harris in the fullback formation in front of the quarterback who takes the snap. He's going to hand the ball off to Avery Vaughn. Vaughn trying to weave around, and he makes a couple of cuts, and he gets it all the way across midfield down to about the 49-yard line. So positive motion on that one of about 6 yards.
Yeah, positive yards right there, 6, like you said. But, man, he's working for every inch that he gets. It's not coming easy. He's having to make 3 or 4 moves just to get 6 yards.
Yeah, it's kind of crazy to stop and think he's cutting that many times in that short of a yardage. I mean, it's just crazy. Now, receiver split wide left. Pike goes out wide to the left. Van Fleet on the short side of the field to the right. Vaughn in the hip pocket of Butler. He takes the snap and the handoff to Vaughn again. Vaughn, he's going to get the first down as he's fighting for extra yards, now pushing in from behind as Smotherman comes in and pushes the pile, and the Cats are going to move across the 40-yard line. So a nice physical run there by the Cats.
Yeah, nice physical run and a good job by the offensive line right there. Vaughn didn't have to cut or do anything. He just went straight ahead and picked up huge chunks of yards.
Yeah, hit the hole and hit it fast.
Now you're getting in Fayetteville territory here, 2.5 minutes. You don't have to be in a hurry, but you can't be laid back either.
No.
We got to try to see if we can get this in the end zone here before half.
Ball at the 39-yard line. Pike splits out wide right on the short side of the field. Van Fleet in the slot. Butler in the shotgun with Vaughn in his hip pocket. The handoff to Vaughn. Now the reverse back to Van Fleet. This time the handoff executed perfectly. Van Fleet's got a nice block by Case Butler on the outside.
No.
Now we got a flag coming in the back end. Are you kidding me?
On who?
That was they're going to call it on 68, and he's 15 yards behind the play.
Well, why would you even try to? I didn't even see. Why would you even block somebody that far away? Wow.
I mean, he's on the right side of the field. The play is all the way over on Fayetteville's side of the sideline, and you're 15 yards upfield with the ball carrier. Why are you hitting that guy?
Yeah, why? Oh, okay. So it was legit. You saw it.
Oh yeah, it was a legitimate hold.
Yeah, I mean that play's not even near you.
No, it's
just, that just kills you.
You have to know where you are on the field and where the ball is. You got to play smart.
Yeah.
You got to play smart. So a big play for the Cats that would have moved the ball down into the red zone. Instead, that penalty is going to bring the ball all the way back to the 45-yard line. It's going to be 1st and 15.
Boy, and that's 2 huge plays for the Cats that have been taken or brought back because of a penalty.
Yeah, we had the touchdown run by Avery Vaughn, and now what would have been about a 22-yard gain gets nullified and turns into a 5-yard loss. Van Fleet goes across the formation to the left-hand side. Butler in the shotgun. He hands the ball off to Vaughn, and Vaughn is hit and dropped in the backfield. It's almost like the Tigers know where the ball is going before they get there.
Well, you have the good play right there, but you get the penalty, and all you're doing is just building momentum and momentum and momentum. And Fayetteville's already got enough right now. You don't need to help them.
No. Griggs and Todd check back into the game for the Cats as Vaughn and Harris come to the sideline.
Well, I chunk it right here, Jake. What do you got to lose?
Nothing.
Chunk it,
nothing.
man.
Yeah.
Chunk
So,
it.
an interception doesn't hurt you at this point. You just send Van Fleet down the field and get Pike going up across the middle, see if you can hit one of those two guys. Butler takes the snap. He drops back.
Get rid of it.
He's got pressure coming from the
Get rid of it.
backside, and he's going to get hit and dropped at the 45-yard line for about a 10-yard sack.
Got a flag in late.
And we got a late flag coming in on the back end as well. Maybe that's going to be a hold against Fayetteville, against one of our defenders. Let's see.
Yeah, it is.
You look at Butler and you say you got to throw the ball, but if your receivers are getting held, you got nowhere to throw it.
Yeah.
And that's exactly the call.
It looked like Van Fleet was fixing to have a step or two on that safety as he came over the top. And that's what I was looking at. I was like, man, just throw it up to him and, just anticipate where he's going to be. And that safety did something smart there and held.
Yeah.
Because that was.
That had 6 written all over it, except for
behind him.
except for the fact that Butler had a guy coming from his blind side, and he didn't see him until it was too late.
Just got to think about that internal clock, though.
The penalty helps the Cats now with 2 receivers split wide left, tied in the slot, 1 wide right. Butler takes the snap. He hands the ball to Vaughn up the middle, who's got a decent hole, and he's going to crack it all the way down inside, down close to the 25, down close to the 30. It's going to be a first down.
First down,
you got to 6, but now the clock is running.
You got 2 timeouts.
And the Cats need to take a timeout here. It looks like they're going to. Nope. Yes, the Cats are going to take a timeout. So the Cats take their second timeout of the half. Leaves each team with 1 timeout remaining here. Cats have the ball down at about the 30-yard line. 1st and 10, but now 30 seconds left on the clock. You don't have a lot of time.
Yeah, 30 seconds left. You got 1 timeout. You can run the ball here on this first play, and if you get a big chunk of it, you can run the ball again. Now, if you don't get a big chunk right here, you immediately got to take a timeout. Then you got to start putting the ball in the air. With the aggressiveness Fayetteville showing, man, I run the little screen right here.
Screen or a draw play.
Screen or a draw.
Either one of those work in your favor at this point.
I think the screen will work for you because, man, they're wanting to get after Butler, and they're doing a good job of it, too.
They are. They're pinning their ears back and coming after him. I mean, they're not even trying to disguise anything. Their linebackers are creeping up, and they're trying to shoot the gap. And they want to get in there and get on Butler. They know we're throwing. So, yeah, the screen pass is there if you want it.
Yeah. Let's see if we can get it right here.
2 receivers tight on the right-hand side. Now Vaughn comes in motion, empties the backfield as he comes out wide right. Butler takes the snap. He drops straight back. He's got pressure in his face immediately, and he slings the ball down the field. He's got Van Fleet in the corner of the end zone, but just a little overthrown as it goes just outside the end zone. Not a great connection there, but he had to play.
Clock ran about 4 seconds there too.
Yeah,
they did. Or did they not start it? They didn't start it.
No, they did. Yeah, they.
Second down.
Well, but we had 30 seconds at the start of the play, so that's about.
Well, almost a perfect ball there.
Under pressure.
Vaughn tried to keep a foot in right there and stretch as much as he could. That ball was just a little too far out of reach.
Yeah, and again, Butler had 3 jerseys on him as he let go of the ball. It's hard to throw a accurate pass into that circumstance. Now trips to the tight side of the formation. Pike out wide right. Vaughn on the left-hand side. Butler takes a snap, drops back. He's looking to the right-hand side. He throws it to Griggs, who instead of going out of bounds, or Pike rather, Pike cuts it back up the middle. He stays in bounds. He's going to get the first down on the completion as he's going to get it just across the line to gain. That's going to stop the clock with 12 seconds while they move the sticks.
And we got a timeout Wayne County here, so
Cats have to take time out. Yeah, I mean
so you got to put it in the air now. You have to.
Yeah. Well,
Pike did a good job there.
I would have liked to seen Pike go out of bounds on that one. That's just me. You got to know the situation. You had a nice gain there of about 7 yards. You go out of bounds, preserve the time, and keep going.
Yeah.
But
of course, you got gray jerseys flying past you everywhere you look because I mean he was just ducking and dodging everything he could.
He was, yeah.
These guys are fast and strong, and Butler running for his life, it seems like.
Yeah.
Just about every other play, we're getting hit in the backfield. They got a ton of speed and strength.
Yeah, it kind of makes you stop and wonder, man. Region 5 must have been really, really good this year for this team to be 4-5 and be in second place.
You got that right.
Yeah. I mean, you know, they they played Eagleville and beat them last week to get the home playoff game. Finishing Richland's the only team that finished ahead of them. Now, Butler in the shotgun, the snap low, he's able to corral it and pick it up. Now he throws the ball up down the middle of the field. That should have been pass interference back there as the safety pushed off. He was looking for Harris down the middle of the field, and the interception pulled in by Green with no penalty, but he pushed off all day long.
Yeah, he did. And poor man, Butler had zero time. First of all, the snap was a ground ball.
Yes.
He had to be a shortstop.
Yep.
He picks it up, and there's a gray jersey in his face. He knows he can't take the sack.
No.
And, man, that is tough. It's hard to play quarterback when you're dealing with that.
Well, and I mean, what else can you do? You pick the ball off the ground. You know the clock is running against you. You can't take the sack.
No, you just got to throw it up.
Heave it down there, and
Well,
he had Harris. The problem was, again, the safety pushed him off, and no flag right in front of the back judge too.
Well, fielding that ground ball, your eyes aren't up, so he's just anticipating where to throw it.
And now with 4 seconds left, the Tigers not going to be content to go to the half. They're going to sling it out to the right-hand side and try to get something going. Good job by the Cats getting him down. And, a fumble on the play. Wayne County recovers the fumble, but that takes us to the end of the half.
Yeah.
So here we are at the end of the first half. Your score, Fayetteville 35, Wayne County 0. We'll be back with first half stats and an interview with Nate Beavis. So stick right here with us. You're listening to Wildcat Football on Big Oldies.
All right, folks, I'd like to take a minute and thank our halftime sponsor, American Forest Management, Land Management, Real Estate Services, Wildlife Management, Recreational Licenses, Timber Sales. Call Waynesboro, call 931-722-3302, or on the internet, go to AmericanForestManagement.com. And we're going to have the Fayetteville band and then our band, or vice versa. Our band may go first, but we're going to have them on the field, and you're probably going to hear some over talk with the interview with the Wildcat, Nate Beavis, and so we're going to you might hear some over talk with that, but because the guys are sitting right in front of me, we're up in the stands here. So anyways, here come the bands.
High School Pride of the Wildcats marching band. The band will be performing part of their 2025 production, Everybody Wants to Be a Cat. Band director, Maria. Band captains, is your band ready? You may now take the field for your halftime performance.
Guys.
other side of that equation is if you're in the locker room right now, coaching his staff and looking at the guys and saying, hey, they did it to us in the first half. We get the ball to start the second half. We can do it. Yeah. So, you know, as much as everybody is going, a lot of people may be right now thinking, oh my gosh, I'm going to win 5 scores. Somebody clogging up and stuff. Oh, we turned this thing around and started doing it right. Now, it will have to be flawless execution in the second half to win. But can it be done? Yeah. So we'll be back with more halftime coverage and second half action. Stay right here with us. You're listening to Wildcats Full On Big Oldies.
Thank you, bud.
Chuck, how much time we got, mate? No, you got to come up here. I'll make you're coming. When you said yes, I'll do it, I've been telling people we're going to do this in halftime.
I thought y'all were still on the thing.
Minute 15.
Okay, you can't do that.
Put the headset on. All right, say something to me, Nate. Chuck, can you hear Nate? Good deal. You got about a minute.
Feel free. Now keep going. We can hear you without with monitoring.
I know.
Here, let's sit down like the time is.
Yeah, man. That's what they were looking at.
He had to hit it right with that ladder. That freaking old press box up there that I thought we were going to all through and die. Trying to figure out which worst Collingwood in this place. I think this place.
Dirty.
I ain't had anybody do it.
I'm just trying to ask you a few questions. Trying to get me more than just yes, I'll do that. Well, Wildcat fans, welcome back into Big Oldies Radio. We're joined now at halftime by Wildcat basketball player Nate Davis. Nate, thanks for coming up here and talking to me for a minute, man.
Yes, sir, no problem.
How you doing?
Great.
You sure?
Yes, sir. A little chilly, and the game's not going too well, but it's only the first half.
Yeah, we Barry and I were just talking about that. We can flip this thing around in the second half. It can be done.
Oh yeah, definitely.
But you know what? I've been sitting here thinking while we've been watching this game. We'll be back over here in 2 weeks.
Yes, sir.
For the tip-off of basketball season, and of course, last season was really good for you guys, making it to the Final Four. And I know y'all been working hard in the off season to try to get ready for this season. So, talk to me. Tell me a little bit about how are you feeling getting ready to start basketball season here in about 2 weeks.
Well, I just think that we got high expectations for this year. We started practice this week, and we just had really good energy this year, and I think everyone's just excited to get it kicked off and going.
And I tell you what, I'm sitting here. I've been sitting here thinking. I don't even know if I want to mention this or not, but you look like you've been in the weight room.
Yes, sir. Thank you. I appreciate it. I think everybody's been in the weight room. Weight room, and Coach Franks has been pushing us.
Well, now I had Kamen on at halftime last week. He still kind of looks like a twig, you know. I mean, he kind of got the skin and bones thing going on. But I can tell you've been working a little bit in the off season.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
What have you put on? About 10, 15?
Yes, sir. I'd say probably 10 pounds since last season.
That's going to work in your favor when we get you in the paint because we're going to need you to play big this year.
Yes, sir.
So tell me, what are you looking forward to?
I don't know. I'm just ready for basketball to get going. It's been 4 months probably since last, and I'm just excited for the whole season. One game at a time.
One game. I love that. I love the fact that you're taking that approach to it because you can't win them all at once. You got to win them one game at a time. So, first game coming up in 2 weeks. We'll be back over here in this gym playing against Fayetteville. What's that look like for you? Go ahead and picture that in your mind. The game's over with. What's that look like?
I don't know. I'm just ready. We played them last year, and we're not really going to have much information on them, so we just got to go in and do our thing and get the job done.
I like it. What about goals for the year? I know you've got some goals set as a team. You guys are wanting to get back to Murfreesboro and get all the way to the end and win that gold ball. But what are you looking for out of this season?
Well, as a team, definitely just set it at the highest as to go to the state championship. Last year we got a taste of it by making it to the Final Four, and that just kind of motivates us to keep working and hopefully make it all the way.
Awesome. Anybody you want to give a shout out to tonight?
Got Karen Catfield sitting right in front of me. Shout out to him. Gave it right up here.
Hey, you know what? Nobody did this to him last week when he was up here talking. Nobody gave him the side eye and the googly eyes and all that stuff that he's doing to you right now.
Yeah, I know it's a little dirty, but I'll forgive him.
Well, Nate, thanks for coming over and talking with us, man. Good luck in the upcoming season. I know it's going to be great, and we're looking forward to it.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
All right, folks, stay right here with us. We've got about 10 minutes left here in halftime. We'll be bringing you all the second half action. You're listening to Wildcat Football on Big Oldies.
Well done, Nate Leaves.
I think that's about all you can. Yeah, I know. Right?
I'm gonna color next week.
If we didn't have a paid sponsor, we wouldn't need it subjected to this. All right, Chuck, we got about 9 minutes left on the halftime clock. We're going to pass and stuff run until it's time. Move the white box. Okay, I'll try to find a spot to put it where it's a little higher, but we don't have a whole lot of height to put it over here, buddy. So, okay. Well, if I can get Harper just to hold it like that for the rest of the game, that'd be good. No, I don't even have a plug in there.
Here, pull that cord out. No, the white cord.
I'll holler at you, buddy.
Alright, how's that?
Let's see. You just said he's had some cut out. Probably it's best that we had a little cut out. This is about the worst I've seen us play all year. Are you on? No, hang on.
Hey, you got a tape.
Go ahead. Well, I'll go down there and do it if you want. Yeah.
Hey, you might want to hold this up while he's talking because it wasn't picking up.
I know, it's cutting out. And when he gets done, we can go ahead and unplug it.
I got this.
And we're telling Willis to come up after the game.
Huh?
Unless we turn this thing around in the second half, Willis will have to come up and do it.
Yeah, I figured.
My wife just texted me and said she can hear me over YouTube.
Can't hear you.
My wife just texted me and said she can hear me broadcasting over your channel.
Yeah. Well, yeah. Mic's right there. Okay. But I put your interview with Nate on over the band. That man. Okay. Yeah, I can't do nothing about that. Not on the right channel.
Yeah, it is. Oh,
wait, we'll have to take till he turns on the mic. Wait till he turns on the mic.
You don't know how to change it.
He don't have to change it. It should pick it up.
He didn't do it a minute ago. I had to go in the mic and change it.
To what, A3?
Uh-huh.
When he turns the mic on it should pick it up.
You would hope so.
All right, folks, that was your halftime show brought to you by American Forest Management, Land Management, Real Estate Services, Wildlife Management, Recreational Licenses, and Timber Sales. In Waynesboro, call them at 931-722-3302 or on the internet, AmericanForestManagement.com. All right, we're getting ready to do the interview here, so I'm going to have to plug them back up.
I can send it back to you.
You know, there was times there that, you know, we had some stuff going and then we'd end up hurting ourselves with a penalty or a turnover. You know, Vaughn had a big run down the sideline over here, got called back. We've had drives that we've been sustaining a little bit, and we'd get a penalty and back us up behind the change. You know, we turn the football over. So we just got to do a better job of that and play with a little bit of pride coming out this half.
All right, thanks, Coach.
Coach's halftime interview has been sponsored by Cutting Edge Painting. But you can at least go out in the second half and make it as respectable as you can. And Barry, I think that's about the only thing you can try to do right now is get points on the board. Start thinking about what it looks like to try to make this a respectable half. And if you can put together a few drives, then maybe you start getting some momentum on your side.
Yeah, it's, you know, man.
It's hard. I mean, what do you say?
It's one of those things where you just you try to win one play at a time.
Yeah.
And even though the game's out of reach, you don't let your guys know that.
Mm-hmm.
And you go out there and you say, okay, let's win this quarter.
Yes.
Don't try to win the game in one quarter. Let's win this quarter and just see what happens.
Well, and win this play. I mean, that's, you got to, one of the things that I always loved about football is that every play is a reset. The average football play lasts about 15 seconds, and you can learn a lot about yourself and a lot about the guy you're playing against in that 15 seconds. And every time the reset comes, you got an opportunity to either hit another guy or get a receipt for what he did to you. I mean, it's just one play at a time. That's all you can do.
Yeah, there's no 35-point run, and there's no 35-point pass or 35-point field goal. So,
no.
You just got to work on winning these little battles here. And I think it starts with this third quarter. Go out there and say, guys, let's just win this quarter and see what happens.
Well, and I think it starts with your offensive line. You got to look at the offensive lineman and say, listen, if we can't control the line of scrimmage, we got no chance of doing anything.
Yeah. I mean, that's every football game. That's where it starts and that's where it stops. Right there on the line of scrimmage in those trenches.
And those are the guys that don't get written about in the paper.
Right.
No one reads their names on the highlight reels. They're not scoring touchdowns. They're not putting up 100 yards a game or tackling 15 guys a game. Every once in a while on the defensive line, you might get a fumble recovery or a sack or something. But those guys up front really have the most thankless job on the field, but it's the most important job on the field.
Yeah, they're the forgotten winners and losers of the game. So, and hey, like I said, this is why you play two halves.
Yeah.
So you never know what might happen right here coming out in this third quarter.
We're about 1:19 away from the start of the third quarter. The Cats have come out and done their warm-up and are ready to go. Butler's out there right now kind of tossing the ball around, trying to stay loose. The temperature is dropping a little bit out here. It's getting a little chillier than we thought it was going to be tonight. But as the temperature drops, of course, arms kind of get tight, and so you want to stay loose. And of course, Case is going to have to put the ball in the air some if we're going to have a chance to come back on this one. But you can't get away from who you are.
No, you can, but you're definitely going to have to move this ball quickly, quickly and proficiently. So there's no messing around right here if you want to get back in this ball game. So
absolutely. So the Cats special teams unit taking the field. Vaughn and Brown going back deep to receive the kickoff. Pike and Van Fleet are still out there, but they've moved up to the second wave line instead of being back deep, and that has been one of those things that I've been kind of watching because, Barry, we watched all season long. Pike and Van Fleet both have been very, very close to breaking one on a kick return, and now I don't know the strategy, move them up a little bit. They're expecting shorter kicks. I'm just not sure what's going on here.
Well, the other thing is they're up 28-0 onside kicking it, trying to do a little pooch kick. So, I mean, you got to be prepared for that. They might, come out here and just try to get the ball back right here.
Eastlick takes the ball up, and he kicks the ball down the right-hand side of the field. Brown comes up and fields the ball at the 30, and he's going to cut it back up the middle. He's going to get down to about the 35, and a nice shoestring tackle there by Fayetteville is going to bring him down at the 35-yard line. So the Cats are going to take over 1st and 10 at their own 35.
Yeah, 1st and 10 at your own 35. A lot of stuff stacked against you right here. You got a running clock, which kills you.
Yes.
And you're down a whole lot of points right here. So proficiency.
Well, one score gets you back inside that running clock.
It does, but proficiency here has got to be key because you could eat this whole quarter up here on this drive.
They're going to move the ball actually back to the 30. So it's going to be 1st and 10 at the 30. Butler going to go under center in the jumbo formation. He comes up with a dive play right up the middle to Vaughn. And Vaughn's going to carry the ball down inside the 20, down to about the 23 for about a 3-yard gain.
About a 3-yard gain right there. And, it's these little battles that you want to win right here that can turn into a score. I think your goal right here is, let's score on the first drive. I mean, challenge your team with that.
You have to.
Well, the game might be out of reach. I'm looking for a positive here and a win. A
oh,
little
absolutely.
win for your
yeah,
guys.
absolutely. But if you don't score on this drive, the time is going to get away from you at that point. Now the Cats come to the line of scrimmage in a shotgun formation. Receivers split to either side of the field. Vaughn takes the handoff in the backfield. He's trying to find something between the tackles, and he's just going to get wrapped up and dropped after about a 2-yard gain.
Yeah, he's getting 2, and then big-time contact right there. Boy, this defensive line is really good for Fayetteville.
Yes, they are. And their linebackers are coming in clean, and they're coming in fast. So it's going to make it 3rd down and 6, make it 3rd and 7 for the Cats as they mark it down at about the 34-yard line. The Cats need the 40 to move the sticks, and this has got to be 2-down territory, right?
I don't know. When you're down here in this area right here, if you don't get a big chunk of yards here, I would punt, but we'll see.
We'll see. Snap taken, and this time Vaughn sweeping right. He's going to fall ahead. He's going to be very, very close. And I believe he's going to have it. He's going to fall just across the 40-yard line, and the signal is marked 1st and 10.
Well, I don't have to make that decision now.
No.
No second guessing there.
Good, and that was a good job. Vaughn got the ball. He went hard to the outside. Receivers on the outside made some good seal blocks. They got the edge, and he got what he needed.
That's right. Yeah, the guys did a good job blocking all the way around from the offensive line to the guys outside.
Mm-hmm. Move the ball down across the 40. It's going to be 1st and 10 for the Cats, marking at their own 41-yard line. Butler in the shotgun. He's got 2 receivers to the left, 1 right. He fakes the ball to Vaughn, and he's going to keep it himself, and he's going to come across the line of scrimmage. He's going to pick up about 3 yards as he's fighting up the middle, and I tell you, fighting is the word. He's fighting for every inch.
Yeah, fighting right there, but it was good to see him, get to the line of scrimmage and not have to make a move before he gets to it right there. His offensive line's pushing a little bit.
They are. They're the word pride. They're playing with a little bit of pride right here. Hey, we're not going to lay down for these guys. So, Cats coming to the line of scrimmage. Same formation, 2 receivers split wide left, 1 to the right. Vaughn on Butler's right hip. He takes the snap, and here comes the option to the short side of the field. Now the pitch late going to Vaughn. Vaughn's going to get the ball. He's going to fall down close to the 50-yard line. They're going to mark him right at midfield. So a gain of 6 on that play is going to bring it 3rd and 1.
Boy, something Fayetteville's done really good all night long is they have stretched out plays on defense. And what I mean by that is for you folks, listening or watching, man, there's nowhere to cut it up.
No.
So they're making us extend the play all the way to the sidelines, and by that time you're getting extra help. And, it's easy for your defense to make a play there.
Yeah. Same formation for the Cats. Butler takes the snap. He's going to hand the ball to Vaughn, who's going to go up the middle this time. He's got the 1st down, and he's going to fall across down close to the 45-yard line. He needed 1. He picked up about 4 or 5.
Yeah, good job right there. He moved the sticks again. Get a new set of downs right here, new 1st down.
So now Butler comes to the sideline, and he's talking to Coach Willis, getting the play call. Daniel Pike is going to check into the game as Todd is going to come to the sideline for a breather. Clock is running. We're going to be inside of 7.5 to go here in the 3rd quarter at the next snap of the football. And Cats come to the line now in a tight formation on the right-hand side. Pike, the lone set receiver to the left. Now the Cats going to flip that formation to the left side of the field. Vaughn comes to Butler's right. He takes the snap, hands the ball to Vaughn. Vaughn trying to get outside, and it's just not there.
No, they're doing a good job of extending it out. And I mean, they're not even trying to get in the backfield when they're reading that right there. They're just shuffling down the line of scrimmage, basically, and saying, okay, you can keep going this way. Eventually, you got to cut it up, and then there's just nothing there.
Well, yeah, I mean, the sideline becomes an extra defender.
Yeah,
right? That's exactly what happens. So, Cat's going to lose 2 yards there on 1st down. It's going to make it 2nd and 12 as the ball now marked at the 47-yard line. Butler in the shotgun with 2 receivers to the right, 1 to the left. He takes a snap. He drops back, rolls right. He's looking up the field for Van Fleet, and he hooks up with him right there at about the 40-yard line. Van Fleet's going to get driven out of bounds just shy of the 40. So about a 6-yard gain there on 2nd 12, going to bring up 3rd and 6.
Yeah, got a flag on the play, too. Let's see what this call is. I think it's going to be holding on the defense again.
That would be good because that moves the ball down the field, gives you an automatic 1st down. Let's take a look and see. The officials trying to sort it out, and that is the call. So holding against Fayetteville. So that's going to move the ball up the field, and more importantly, it gives you an automatic 1st down.
Yeah, the unfortunate thing is you're wasting about 1.5 minutes, 2 minutes because the clock will not stop.
No.
So even though you're getting the penalty there, you're just killing precious minutes.
Precious time is coming off that clock, absolutely. We're inside of 6 minutes to go here in the 3rd quarter, and Cats have had the ball the entire quarter so far, but like you said, with the running clock, it goes quick. Now the tight formation to the right. Butler going to shift the formation again. And now we've got another whistle and a flag on the field and they're pointing back against the Cats. False start against the Cats, and that's going to back it up 5 yards.
It sure is going to back it up 5 yards.
Those motion penalties have been crazy.
First down and 15.
5:11 to go here in the third quarter. Cats first and 15.
Well, I thought with the way the night's gone, I could smell something burning. I thought, oh no, I hope our equipment's not catching on fire, but it's John got a heater. So
Butler takes the snap. He's running the option to the right. And that time, Fayetteville did a fantastic job diagnosing that. They had a man on Butler, and they had a defender on Vaughn as well. Butler didn't even have the option to pitch.
No, and, there again, they've just played this so well. They've played that option so well tonight.
Mm-hmm.
We've got them a couple times, but for the most part, they've been ready for it.
Clock's running inside of 4.5 minutes to go here. It's going to be second down and 12 after the 2-yard loss there on the first down play, the 3-yard gain after first and 15. Yeah, I'm having a moment here. I'm smelling that burning up here too, that
worried,
heater.
yeah.
I'm like you. I thought the equipment might be overheating, and that was going to be problematic. Butler takes the snap, hands the ball to Vaughn. Vaughn's got a hole that he's going to hit. He's fighting for extra yards. He's going to have the first down. Looks like he was going to be brought down for about a 3-yard gain. Instead, he picks up about 12.
Yeah, lowers his head there. And then initial contact, he just fought through it and kept driving those legs. Picks up a big first down for Wayne County.
Avery Vaughn has been a bright spot for this team. We didn't expect to see him play a lot at the beginning of the year, but injuries thrust him into action, and he has answered the bell.
Boy, yes, and let's not forget, there's been some big injuries this
Oh,
year.
my gosh.
Before we even played the first snap.
Yeah.
You lose your best running back, linebacker. It's just been tough this year with the injuries.
Moore missed a couple of games with injury. Van Fleet was kind of spotty there about mid-point of the season. Hand off to Vaughn right up the middle. He's going to pick up maybe a yard or two, but just not a lot there.
No, not a lot. He just got what he could right there. And that big nose tackle there. That kid's probably about 280 and can move a little bit. They got some big guys, big athletic-looking guys.
They do. They've got some, and I can't help but wonder how many of these guys are we going to see in the basketball court in a couple of weeks too.
Yeah, possibly. Yeah.
And so Van Fleet comes to the sidelines. Cats break the huddle. It's going to be second down and 8 for the Cats. Pike goes out wide right. Griggs wide to the right. Griggs. I can't even talk right now. Hand off to Vaughn up the middle. Vaughn is hit, and he kind of shuffles to the outside. He's going to try to pick up a little extra, and I think he's going to pick up another yard or two.
Yeah, he picks up maybe 2, possibly 3 right there.
Now somebody's hurt. We got an injury.
Got a cat down.
And that's one of our interior linemen. That's Knox Bunch on the ground. And I'll tell you what, after what happened to Casey at McKenzie a couple weeks ago, you look at something like that and just hope it's not something too serious.
Yeah, you do right there. And that's the worst part about on that interior is big bodies are rolling around that can't stop. And ankles and little things like that, all it takes is getting rode up on wrong, but that's good to see him up and walking.
Walking off under his own power. So that's good. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, Barry, you're 100% right. You're playing that interior line. You just never know. And sometimes it's friendly fire.
Yeah.
One of your guys rolls into you because you're out there fighting for every inch you can get. And sometimes you get driven into a teammate. Sometimes you get driven into an opponent. And you can get rolled up pretty quick.
Yeah, sometimes a guy just, falls down and there happens to be an ankle of somebody's right beside him, and there you go.
Yes, indeed. 2:26 to go here in the third quarter. They stop the clock for the injury. Now the clock starts again. Vaughn on the sweep right side. Grab from behind, and he's going to get tackled from behind, but not after he picks up about 12 yards.
Well, we're knocking on the door.
First and 10. First and goal now for the Cats, as they're going to get the ball down to about the 5-yard line.
Yeah, looking at the 5, I believe. So, yeah, Cats are getting close right here.
It's a nice run there by Avery Vaughn, sweeping to the outside, and I tell you what, he got hit. He had a guy had a hold of him, and he just broke a couple tackles and said, no, I'm not going to be denied on this.
See what we can do right here.
Let's put it in the end zone. Jumbo formation behind Butler. He's got Moore and Vaughn behind him. He hands the ball to Vaughn on a dive, and Vaughn scrambles into the end zone for a 5-yard touchdown run. That Wildcat touchdown brought to you by People's Bank. Our name has said it all since 1890.
And what an impressive drive right there to start the half. It's exactly what you wanted to do right there. Is, let's drive down and score, and Cats really look good right there.
So that's going to cut it down to a 29-point gain, and the Cats going to stay on the field to go for 2 here. As I tell you, we lost Casey Hunt a couple of weeks ago, and you losing his kicking ability, that hurts.
Yeah, it does.
Butler in the shotgun. He's got trips tight on the right-hand side of the formation, and he's going to run the option out there. He wanted to pitch it, but Vaughn got in front of him, so he didn't have anywhere to go, and they brought him down short of the line to gain. So the 2-point conversion attempt is not going to be any good. 1:42 to go here in the third quarter. It's going to be 35-6 as the Tigers still out in front, but the Cats cut into the lead.
Yeah, cut the lead and got the clock stopped, too, now that they got it under 30. So here we go. Let's see. Do you try the onside here? I mean, what if you got to lose?
What choice do you have, and let's see if you would feel a little bit better about it if you had Casey out there kicking the ball, but Pike may have practiced.
Yeah,
he may have done the work and have it ready to go.
Yeah, you got nothing to lose here. I mean, just tell your guys, hey, we're fixing to onside this and go get it.
Well, and I guarantee you that the coaches on Fayetteville side are telling their guys they're fixing to onside this, so get ready.
But yeah, you got nothing to lose here. Go get it.
Well, and I mean, if you're going to have any chance of getting back into this ball game and pulling off a miracle here, you've got to steal possessions. You have to. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. And Fayetteville comes out, and you can see right away they're expecting it. They've got not a single lineman on the field. Everybody out there is wearing a single digit or a number under 20. These are all guys that handled the football, and their hands team is out there ready for the onside kick. Pike comes quickly out, and they tried to kind of catch him off guard there instead of bringing him out and lining everybody up. He just turned out of the huddle and popped it. Unfortunately, it bounced right into the arms of a Fayetteville player.
Yeah, it almost gave that little tricky hop, though, where it would have been hard to handle. But like you said, that tricky hop bounced perfectly, though, into the arms of Fayetteville there.
Yeah.
I mean, you had to try it, though. You had to.
What choice do you have? He didn't have a choice. So now quarterback Bennett brings his team out to the field, and I don't believe I can see the future, but I believe we're fixing to see a steady dose of number 2 carrying the football right here.
Yeah, I believe you're going to see a lot of running here. And
Bennett has got Najee to his left in the shotgun, and he hands the ball off to Najee. Najee cutting it over the right-hand side, and he's fighting and powering ahead. And, Barry, take a look at that scrum right there. There were 5 or 6 white jerseys that were required to stand him up and get him to the ground.
Yeah, a lot of guys having to bring him down right there, but something Fayetteville's got to listen to, though. They need to protect him if you're looking forward in the next round here. So we might see a few guys run the ball here. Main thing is they're going to run it to try to get this clock.
Oh, yeah. I mean, the clock is definitely on their side. Yeah, they know that. They just want to get out of here.
They want to get out of here without injuries.
That's right.
That's the main thing for them.
Bennett in the shotgun. He's got Najee in his right hip pocket in the shotgun formation. He takes the snap, hands the ball to Najee over the left-hand side of the offensive line. He's got the first down, and he's just falling forward and fighting and dragging tacklers as he's going to get the ball all the way down to the 30-yard line.
Yeah, he dragged a guy about 3 yards and dragged another guy. I mean, he's just a good running back.
Yeah. He's a grown man.
Yeah, he sure is. He's a big dude.
And so
big, powerful, fast guy.
There's about a 2-second discrepancy between the play clock and the game clock. So the Tigers are going to have to snap the football again here before the end of the third quarter. And so now Najee checks out of the game, and instead coming into the game is going to be number 14. That's Fernando Leslie checking into the game at running back, and he's lined up in the pistol behind his quarterback. Leslie takes the handoff, and he goes right up the middle for about a 5-yard gain.
And that's going to take it to the fourth.
And that's going to take us to the end of the third quarter. So at the end of 3, your score, Fayetteville 35, Wayne County 6. We'll be back with fourth quarter action right here on Big Oldies Radio. Well, Wildcat Faithful, welcome back into Big Oldies Radio at the start of the fourth quarter. Fayetteville has the ball at the Wayne County 30-yard line at 2nd down and 5, and they are driving down the field with a 35-6 lead. Quarterback brings the man in motion into the backfield, into the pistol behind him. He's got one running back to his left who motions out. Now the handoff to Baker. He goes up the middle, and he's going to take it to the outside. I believe he's gone, Barry, and he's going to run that ball 30 yards all the way to the end zone. That's Quishon Black on the 30-yard run.
Yeah, and he hit another gear. And, wow.
That was
that should get the clock running again.
Yeah, that's going to bring it back to more than the 30-point necessary deficit to have the running clock in the second half. For those of you that are wondering, in high school football, at the start of the second half, if one team has a 30-point lead or greater, then the clock runs, and the only time the clock stops is for an injury, a score, or a timeout.
Yeah.
And so
as soon as this ball's kicked off,
the clock is going to continue to run, and this will more than likely. The Cats did a great job on that last possession, but with the running clock, it took nearly the entire quarter to drive it down and get the score. So unless we're able to hit like a big play, Vaughn gets a big run, or we can get a broken coverage on the back end and hit a big pass, this is likely going to take us to the end of the ballgame.
Yeah, and the problem is we just haven't had any answer for their offense tonight. I mean, nothing.
They have scored every time they touch the ball. They have not punted or turned the ball over at all. Well, they did fumble the ball at the end of the first half, right at the end of the half, but outside of that, it's been a clean ball game.
And we're talking about scoring in under 2 minutes, 3 minutes.
Yeah.
And we've had the ball probably longer than they have. They're just big playmakers.
Yeah. Kick away, and it's going to be fielded by Brown. He fumbles it, drops it right about the 25-yard line, but he picks it up, and he's got some grass in front of him, and he's going to get the ball down just shy of the 40-yard line where he's going to get banged down pretty hard.
And it's almost like him dropping that ball allowed that wedge to open up a little bit. He was almost gone right there.
Yes, he was. But that wedge closed up pretty quickly.
Yeah.
And I tell you what, there's not a lot you can say at this point except for the fact that this team that we're playing tonight, they're big, they're physical, they're strong, and they're fast. They play with a lot of speed for as big as they are.
They do, and in football, speed kills.
Yep.
It does. The faster team will win 9 out of 10 times.
Yes, they will. So now the clock running here in the fourth quarter. Cats come to the line of scrimmage. Butler's going to go under center in a jumbo formation. He's got Moore and Castleman behind him in the backfield. The handoff to Castleman, he's going to dive right across the middle, and about a 1-yard gain is all he's going to get.
Yeah, nothing much there. Neither team, is starting to substitute many guys at all. Everybody's trying to, and I understand the Cats. You want to keep your seniors in, of course. Let them get their last quarter in right here, and if you're Fayetteville, you're keeping some of your good guys in because you want this clock to run as fast as it can. And get at it.
Yeah. They want to keep the clock running, but at the same token, they're going to be playing again next week.
Yeah.
And snap to Butler. This time the handoff to Moore. Moore is going to sweep over the right-hand side, and just not much there as the play is just going to close up quickly.
Yeah, and their defensive line has done so good at standing our offensive line up, and it's just nowhere to go.
No.
I mean, if you're a running back, it's like hitting a brick wall, and then those linebackers kind of come in there and clean you up.
Yes, they do. So now Van Fleet checks back into the game for the Cats as Griggs comes to the sideline. He takes the play call into the huddle, and the Cats break the huddle, come to the line of scrimmage. You got Pike and Van Fleet going out wide to the right. Vaughn in the backfield with Butler just behind him on the right-hand side. Excuse me, that's Moore. And the fake to Moore, and Butler's going to keep the ball himself, and he's going to get drugged down. And I believe he fumbled the ball. The ball is loose, and Butler becomes the defender as the defensive lineman just took the ball away from him.
Yeah, that was one of the weirdest plays I've seen in a long time right there.
Yeah. William Riddle, the defender, number 79, in the backfield, was in Case's face. And we talk about it. Case has always done a good job all season. He'll ride that back as long as he can and pull it at the last minute. Riddle just took it out of his hands as he was pulling it away. And all of a sudden, Butler becomes the defender, having to drag out the defensive lineman, who's now the running back.
And let's see right here what Fayetteville does. It looked like they got some different guys in the backfield here.
Yeah. So 5th turnover for the Cats tonight is going to set the Tigers up at about the 30-yard line. Bennett takes a snap. He hands the ball off to his running back, who's going to fight up the middle, bounces to the outside. Now he's fighting ahead and pushing the pile, trying to get as many yards as he can, and he's going to get brought down after a big gain.
Yeah, good gain right there by them. And, of course, they're just content to let this thing just run.
That was Fernando Leslie carrying the ball for the Tigers that time, and I believe we've seen the last of Najee that we're going to see tonight.
Yeah.
I think he's done.
Yeah,
his job is finished, and they don't need to put him out there and put him at risk.
No, he put in his work. He was what we thought he was.
Little over 200 all-purpose yards by my calculation. He had about 170 in the first half, and then another 30 to 35 in the second half.
Yeah.
So he's done his job.
He's legit.
Leslie he fakes the handoff to Leslie. Now the pitch out to the receiver on the edge, and the ball is going to fall incomplete. So an incomplete pass as the quarterback was trying to get the ball out to the outside. It's going to bring up second down. Well, now they're going to say he did catch the ball, but then he went down to a knee. So a 1-yard gain there for Trez Brown on the reception is going to bring up second down and 9. And the clock continues to run here. It's going to be inside of 7 minutes to go with the next snap of the football.
And it was a weird kind of 10-yard shuffle pass almost. I mean, he chunked that a long ways.
Yeah. Kind of a basketball pass. More of it like a chest pass is what he was doing there. So Bennett in the shotgun with Leslie behind him in the pistol formation. He takes the ball and hands the ball to Leslie straight ahead.
Cat's got it.
And now the fumble on the ground. Leslie drops the ball, and the ball recovered there by the Cats. That's number 54. Who is that? Making the recovery for the Cats. That is Caleb Gross on the fumble recovery. So good job there by the Cats getting the turnover. And so now the Cats with the ball in their own territory, 6.5 minutes to go. You go down and drive the ball down, get a score here at the end of the game, and, at least go out on a high note.
There was a handoff that just never got handed off. That ball just...
Butler in the shotgun takes a snap. He hands the ball off to Moore. Moore runs over the right-hand side of the line. He's going to get brought down after about a 2-yard gain, maybe 3, on first down for Moore.
Yeah, I'd love to see the Cats end on a score right here.
Now Castleman checks into the game for the Cats, and Butler goes back out there with the play call. Clock's running down inside of 6 minutes to go. Cats trail by 42-6 is the score here, but the Cats coming off of a fumble have an opportunity to move the ball down the field and try to do something here at the end of the game. Butler's going to go under center with Moore and Castleman behind him in the backfield. He takes a snap. He hands the ball off to Moore.
Oh, wow.
And, he kept it himself.
And
now did he pitch it there?
Yeah, pitched it to 12.
Okay, 20. No, that's 22. Castleman on the carry.
22.
Yeah, 22. Castleman took the pitch.
Yeah.
Whatever happened, there wasn't much there.
The give got blown up,
Mm-hmm.
and then as soon as he pulled it, he got blown up. Pitched it to Castleman.
He got blown up.
I mean, that was just.
So all that for what essentially amounts to be a no gain play. So it's gonna be third down and 8 for the Cats. The ball is spotted down at about the 27-yard line. The Cats need the 35 to move the sticks and convert the first down. We're inside of 5 minutes to go here. Snap is taken and the handoff to Moore, sweeping over the left-hand side. Moore is going to get across the line of scrimmage, and he's going to get down to about the 30. About a 2-yard gain there. It's going to bring up fourth down for the Cats. We'll call it 4th and 6.
Yeah, that's going to bring your punt team on right here. And you got nothing to do here. You want to kick this ball and try to keep them out of the end zone before this game ends here. But, Jacob, I tell you, it's been a fun year, man.
It has been a fun year, and I have enjoyed working with you here. Looking forward to next year already.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Pike back to kick the ball away. Of course, Fayetteville not even thinking about anybody back to receive it. Pike gets his foot into it, and the ball is going to drop at about the 47. It takes a Cats roll, and it's going to roll down inside close to the 45-yard line. They're going to mark it at the 46. So with 4 minutes to go here in the fourth quarter, Fayetteville's going to take over with a 42-6 lead, and I believe at this point in time it's going to be just run out the clock and let's get the scene to the house.
Yeah, pretty much. If they get a first down, I think they can take a knee on it after one first down. But
yeah, absolutely, and I don't believe Coach Willis is going to use any of his timeouts
No.
at this point. There's no sense in doing it. So you just get your guys out there and, let's finish this thing out and do the best we can. But Barry, yeah, it's been a good year. We were hoping for maybe a little better record and everything than what we've had. But, we'll take a look at some bright spots. What are the bright spots? We got a lot of youth on this team.
Right.
You've got some guys that as sophomores and made some heavy contributions. Guys like Caden Castleman and Avery Vaughn who were out there contributing. You got Dalen Van Fleet coming back next year for his senior year. You do lose Daniel Pike as a senior, but then Peyton Griggs will step up into that role. Case Butler back again as a senior. So, and you're not really losing a whole lot along the interior line. So you get one more year of these guys together to, get in the weight room in the off season, get some size and some speed, and try to bulk up a little bit. And who knows what next season might hold for us.
yeah, you got a lot of bright sides to look at. I mean, there were some games that we played really, really well. Some games we didn't. And then there was flashes in some games where it was good at times and not good at times. But I think, you can see we definitely need strength.
Mm-hmm.
Need a lot of it.
Yes.
And, that you just got to look at these takeaways here. And I know Coach Willis and them are going to get started on it probably tomorrow on what needs to be done to get better. And with that aside, proud of these seniors.
Oh, absolutely.
Boy, not the way they wanted to go out, I'm sure. But super proud of them, proud of their family, all the time and effort these people put into to coming out here and helping. So
Fayetteville with a pass to the outside, nearly intercepted as one of the Cats came flying in and had to play on the ball just over his fingertips. But the pass complete, moves the ball up the field down to about the 35-yard line where Fayetteville is going to have a first down.
yeah,
and
you can pretty much take a knee on it now.
yeah. Why?
You're close.
I don't understand why you're throwing with a 36-point lead, but
Unless trying to get the ball to somebody that hadn't got the ball. Yeah, I don't know.
yeah, who knows? Fayetteville in a shotgun formation. Bennett is barking out the signals. He brings a man in motion, takes a snap, and a little pitch to
Good play right there.
a little pitch brought down in the backfield there. That's number 88 for the Cats. Who is that? It's a young player, I know that much. That's Briar Hampton.
What a play.
Who comes up and makes the play for the Cats for a 1-yard loss there on the first down play. It's going to bring up 2nd and 11 for Fayetteville. And, we're looking forward to next season. Barry, I really wish you were sticking around for basketball, man.
Well, I appreciate Chuck, and I appreciate getting to do the radio, but man, it takes a lot of time away from family.
Yeah.
And even though I got daughters playing basketball, sometimes, you just like to be a dad in the stands. And
I get that.
And,
I get that 100%.
I got this year and next year with her, and then she'll be graduating. So
Yeah,
just
and-
nice to be a dad sometimes.
Yeah, and then about the time she graduates, you'll have, Beckett will be coming up for the boys. So, you kind of look at it, and I totally understand that perspective. You want to be a supportive dad in the stands, and you can't do that when you're on the radio all the time.
Well, yeah, when you're on the radio, and there's so much more you've got to look at, and you can't just watch one person, and that wouldn't be fair to the listeners because I know what I'd be doing. So I'm just going to sit back and be a dad and enjoy basketball season.
Victory formation now for Fayetteville as they line up with running back deep. Quarterback is going to take the direct snap. He's just going to take a knee, and we're going to run this clock out, and that's going to take us, what should take us to the end of the football game. So the final score tonight in Fayetteville, Cats are going to fall 42-6 to Fayetteville. Congratulations to the Tigers. Wish them best of luck going forward as they continue on in the playoffs. For the Cats, disappointing end of the season, but we look forward to what we have next year. And we'll be back with final stats and analysis. Stay right here with us. You're listening to Wildcat Football on Big Oldies. Well, welcome back into Big Oldies Radio, Wildcat fans. Your final score here tonight at Fayetteville. The Fayetteville Tigers are going to advance to round 2 of the playoffs after a 42-6 win against our Wildcats. The Cats are going to finish the season 4-7 following this loss tonight. And Barry, you've been a coach, so what do you start tomorrow thinking about next season. What do you do?
Well, right now, you're out there just thinking your seniors and thinking your guys, because, man, so much time gets put into just even a season.
Yeah.
And, you sleep on it tonight. And I always believe that, when big decisions are made or you start to make big plans, take tomorrow off. Spend the weekend with your family.
Yes.
Because you take away so much time from them coaching.
Yeah.
So I hope these coaches, spend these next 3 days with their family. Don't even think about football as far as, high school football goes. And pick up on Monday. And I would just take each player and evaluate where their strengths need to be and what they need to work on. And you tell the kids that.
Yeah.
You bring them in one at a time, say, here's what we got to do. This is what we got to do to get better. And, you get after it.
Barry, I'm kind of glad you brought that up about the coaches. I'm not sure that the average fan really realizes how much time and energy these coaches take away from their families during the off season. You got these coaches with the football players, you got basketball coaches, and the time that they're spending not just in practice, but game plan, preparation, film study, and even people like Maria Pulley with the band and the amount of time that she's spending there. These teachers and coaches are putting in so much time and energy with their athletes and their programs, and they deserve this time.
They do, and it's not just them doing the most sacrificing. It's the mom or husbands at home. It's the kids. So just a lot of sacrificing there, not only from the coaches, but wives and kids at home. So they just need to take the weekend to relax.
Absolutely. Well, I'll tell you what, you do want to talk about a couple of bright spots. I'm gonna say this. How about our fans tonight? They showed out, because I believe we had more people in these stands than they had over yonder.
Sure did, and we had a lot more than they did, and we always have a good turnout. So just proud of our Wildcat fan support here. Proud of these coaches.
Yes.
These guys, you have no idea how hard these guys work, and I always say this: players win, coaches lose.
Yep.
So just proud of this bunch and proud of these players.
And I'll tell you what, it's harder to coach at the small school level than it is the big school level.
It is.
When you're coaching at the 1A level, you've got to take a look at the players you've got. You can't go out and recruit the way the big schools can.
Right.
So hats off. Again, not the end of the season we wanted, but it is the end of the season that we got. Thank you for joining us all along the way here on Big Oldies Radio. We've been our pleasure and our privilege to bring you every single game this season. Final score tonight here, Fayetteville 42, Wildcats 6. Now, keep in mind, 2 weeks from tonight, our basketball teams will be back right over here at this school to tip off basketball season, and we look forward to bringing you some of those games as well. For Barry Miller, myself, Jacob Kitchens, Chuck Koblenz back at the studio. Thanks for joining us here on Big Oldies. You've been listening to Wildcat Football.